Hiruzen, there is some grind. Like Hiruzen was an awful Hokage. I'm sorry, bro. Like Danzo was doing the assassinations. Danzo was out there. Danzo was effectively Hokage, but like he was a douche and nobody liked him, so he couldn't actually hold the title. But Danzo was out there. He's really important to the
Whoa,
series.
I gotta ask you. Do you think Danzo was evil?
No, I think Danzo did bad. I
Nah.
think Danzo is similar to Amato. I think Danzo is a true ninja. And I think Danzo, like IRL ninja, like not this running around in bright orange jumpsuit shit. Like, he's a legitimate shinobi.
In the
Um,
shadows.
exactly.
But
Like you said, like he moved in the shadows like a real ninja should. A lot of the stuff he did was he was definitely corrupt, and he was definitely how do I want to put this, like a means to an end. Like, hey, I'm gonna do some dark stuff, but the outcome is gonna be positive for my people. He was definitely prejudiced. He was definitely a bigot towards the Uchiha. He was definitely I would say a shitty person, but I don't like evil. Nah, I don't think he was evil. No, no.
I see. A lot of people have that view of Danzo. It's like people think that he's just this bad guy. No one really, you feel me? No one should really like him. I've always thought he did what he needed to do in the current time, almost like Command from Scandal.
You keep trying to bring up scandal. Nobody here knows but me and you, bro.
I know that, but I'm just. It just popped in my mind. I don't really think about it, but
Olivia's dad. Yeah.
yeah.
So I don't like terms like evil, right? Because it's too simplistic to me, right? Like you can look at a person's like, oh, this dude broke into this house and like he robbed these people and they struggled and then he shot and killed them and then he ran out. He's pure evil, right? He did this bad thing. It's like, but what you don't know, and not to justify his actions, but what you don't know is like he's on the street with his kid and they're starving to death and he's at his wits end and maybe he has some mental health issues or whatever. So like there's always some underlying this or that kind of can't explain a person's behavior and their actions. So I don't like to just call a man evil, but there it's like he's doing everything for the good of the village, but he's not really, because if you go back and watch that Kakashi Yamato flashback, Danzo's like, okay, I want to recruit Kakashi to assassinate Hiruzen so I can become Hokage because the fourth Hokage just died and Hiruzen wants to become Hokage again, but I don't want that to happen. It should be me, right? So he tries to recruit Kakashi to kill Hiruzen, which Kakashi obviously doesn't do. So then from there, Danzo has this grudge against Kakashi. So now he's like, you know what? Yamato and this other ninja, kill his ass and bring me his Sharingan. Like, screw this dude. So they go on this mission to this is right after Orochimaru defects. They go on this mission to investigate one of Orochimaru's hidden bases, one of his many. And they go down there and Yamato attacks Kakashi. He's like, yo, I have to kill you. And Kakashi's like, yo, just because an order is given to you doesn't mean it's necessarily right if it's to kill a comrade, tying into the the Obito stuff. And then Yamato like abandons that mission and goes back to Danzo. He's like, yo, aren't we all on the same team? Like, why am I trying to kill this? Like, why am I trying to kill him? He's my friend. He helped me out in the previous filler arc or flashback arc. And he's like, if you're not a member of the Foundation, basically like nobody else matters. Like the Leaf Village don't matter. If you're not with us, like our little side sector, like this is the only thing that matter. And that's why that dude didn't do shit when Orochimaru attacked, because he was helping him. And that's why he didn't do shit when Pain attacked. So yeah, Danzo's grimy. He's responsible for the stuff that happened with Nagato and Pain, with the whole him teaming up with the Rain Village and Hanzo the Salamander. There's a lot of stuff with Danzo. But he doesn't do things for the greater good of the village. He does it for his damn self. But I wouldn't call it.
I gotta disagree with that.
Yo, shout out to Boruto Debates for the $2 donation. My bad, Bar. He said Hiruzen worse Hokage because he put Genin kids in war.
Well, he didn't have a choice though.
Yeah, there's a bunch of worse things that Hiruzen did, but that was definitely a bad thing that he did.
Wasn't like short on ninjas or something like that at the time?
Yeah.
They didn't have enough ninjas to fight, so they had the Sengenis in.
It was tragic, but true.
Yeah, I forgot what I disagree with Mello, to be honest.
Well,
what was your last point?
So basically, I was saying like everything Danzo did, he didn't do for the village.
I think he definitely did everything for the village. It might have seemed like it. The reason why it seemed like it was for him, I think, is because he believed that if he was Hokage, everything would be peaceful. I think he believes that all the other Hokages were like they were too soft. They weren't necessarily doing everything correctly. I feel like it's like I don't want to get into like to like horoscopes and anything. I hate when females do this, but it's like the Capricorn thing. Capricorns think that if they do everything by themselves, it's always going to be correct. You see what I'm saying? That's like what they say about Capricorns.
Well, we love our females and the things that they do. We just want to put that out there.
Absolutely. But the horoscope things when they justify the actions of horoscopes, I don't jive with it.
You know what? I would agree with you. That is a thing that's always brought up by girls. I don't know why. It's like it's a thing they truly believe in. It seems, but no, we respect it, nevertheless. Well, look, if you disagree with my take, you disagree with like the actual dialogue, because I just made a Orochimaru video, and this is why all this is fresh on my mind, because I needed footage, and I kind of went back and watched some of those arcs. He literally told Yamato, like, if you are not a member of this foundation, just like he's like he's I think he basically said, anyone outside of this foundation, just they don't matter. It's us. And like the only reason why the village matters to Danzo is if Danzo can become Hokage. That's it. And like every time the village has been attacked in the franchise, I'm thinking about the Nine Tails attack. I know he moved the Uchiha back because he was afraid like they would take over the Nine Tails with their Sharingan. Yeah, he was involved with the attack when Nine Tails attacked, but Pain and Orochimaru, which he helped organize, and with Pain was directly responsible for ultimately, he didn't do shit. It wasn't about the village, it was about him. What he wanted to do was have Hiruzen die, and then he would come up and become Hokage. And then he also tried to have Hiruzen assassinated right after the fourth die. So this is this constant cycle of him trying to basically do a coup d'etat and get rid of the acting Hokage, and it really being Hiruzen in each case, and just not working. And every time he had his opportunity to bring the Anbu up and help the village when they're being attacked, this dude disappears. So it's not about the village, it's about him, like his power, his reign, his rule. And the dialogue said that directly in the actual flashback.
Yeah, but that's because he believes that if it's under his rule, under his control, like everything will be fine. Like a great example is when he killed one of the toads from Naruto. They were about to bring Naruto back to the village, and he didn't necessarily want that to happen, so he killed the messenger toad. He didn't necessarily kill. The main reason why he killed the messenger toad is because he wanted the best for the village. You see what I'm saying? He understood that this might be a bad thing. You feel me? But he just wanted Naruto safe. He wanted the Nine Tails completely away from the Akatsuki, which he thought was the best thing. But even though it still seemed like it was like for the wrong reasons.
Commonly, what you think, bro? Like, you got any input on that? Because I saw you was saying things in the chat. That's why I asked you to jump on real quick.
Yeah. So I'm randomly hopping on here, guys. So what's up?
What's going on?
Yeah, so with Danzo, like he's kind of like the best way to describe it is he wants the best for the village, but he only thinks he is the one who can bring the best to the village. So he feels like he has to do whatever gets him as leader because he doesn't think anyone else can do it. So like, I honestly, a while back, I had like so much shit in mind for Danzo's character to like do a video on. I forgot like half of it, but like
that mellow syndrome.
It's kind of like you know, like when you think about what Itachi says to Naruto, about the whole like you kind of become arrogant and like you think you're the best, try to do everything. So like Danzo kind of has that philosophy, like the opposite philosophy, where it's like I'm the best, only I can do this. So everything he does is like so like what Mello is saying is true in a way. It's kind of like subconscious where yeah, he wants that power, he wants that recognition, he wants to be that guy. But he also, it's like because he thinks he has to be that guy. It's kind of like Madara, actually, where that's a whole different story. But I'm gonna do a video on that one. But Madara, it's like he thinks only he can be the savior. He needs to be the savior of the world. It's kind of the same thing, just a different scale. But yeah, Danzo's kind of ass. Let's be honest. Danzo's such a good character because everyone hates. There's not a single person that likes Danzo. That's the thing about him.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. I mean, first thing, I completely agree. I think you kind of like summed it up in better words. But the crazy thing about Danzo is that like no one really likes him, but he like did everything for everybody else. You feel me? Even though it seemed like it was the wrong thing to do, like he really was like one of the most selfless people in the Hidden Leaf Village. That's what I believe.
Yeah, it's so weird. He's like the most selfish and selfless person. Like he kind of puts himself in a position where he's gonna be hated, but then he also goes out of his way to do things to get him to be Hokage and shit. It's so funny, but